Ugin. Okay, we can definitely beat an Ugin. Which is one thing I love about Amulet, is you can honestly say things like that. We can definitely beat an Ugin, and it's absolutely 100% true, which is just amazing, to be honest. I think this is a pretty clear mulligan, to be honest. We can do better than this. Okay, down to 5. Hello and welcome, guys. We are here for the 5th and final match of this league with the pretty standard stronghold list that we're playing here. We got Corsair and Arasta, but everything else is pretty normal. And we're currently 4-0, so I'm going to do something I have never done before. As you may know, Modern Horizons 2 recently released on Magic Online, and it is possible now to get packs of Modern Horizons 2, so regardless of whether I win or lose this match at the end, I will open however many packs of Modern Horizons 2 we are able to get from the chests that I get at the end of the league, and maybe we can open some cool cards for Amulet, maybe some Urza's Sagas, or some super cool old border rares, or something like that. Regardless, you guys will see. And, of course, part of the reason why I mentioned this is because I'm already trying to pick up some cards for next week's league. Yeah, so if you want to see me open a couple of Modern Horizons packs at the end of this particular match, then stick around to the very end. I'll also have some thoughts for the deck list as well. And yeah, let's just jump straight into this match, get this 5-0. Maybe that gives us an extra pack of Modern Horizons to open at the end. So we got some incentive. Apparently, our match 2 opponent is now no longer known. I'm sure if you look in a previous video, you can find the username of that opponent, but it's very curious. This has happened to me once before, so I'm not freaking out about it now. We're on the play, which is great, playing its Ishul. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. We have a banger of a hand here, a straight-up mulligan, because we're missing lands, so boom. Okay, well, we get a turn 2 Explorer, and a turn 3 Courser, quite possibly, if we can find... No, we go turn 1 Garenbrig, turn 2 Sunhome, Explorer, Castle Garenbrig, turn 3 Courser, play a land off the top. Seems good enough to me. We do have to bottom one of these cards. And admittedly, since I'm expecting Courser to help us find some lands here, I think it's alright to bottom one of the lands. I think I'm inclined to bottom the Sunhome here, as Cavern taps for a green if we are not able to activate our Castle Garenbrig, which can be helpful for casting a Titan. And yeah, we'll just lead on the tapped castle and pass. Imagine if this Cavern were a Yavimaya. Whew. Too much value, you know? Too much value. Our opponent leads on Greenland Ancient Stirrings. Is this a bad Tron hand, or is this, Yeah, it's a bad Tron hand. They have Stirrings in the tower. I mean, our hand's not that great, in all honesty. Windswept Heath. Interesting. I'm trying to debate whether we need to thin our deck just a little bit here before we draw with Explorer, because we kind of want to find another land to activate Garenbrig. I think I do want to thin the deck a bit. I don't think our life total is going to matter against Green Tron, so let's just try to find some more relevant cards. This makes us ever so slightly more likely to draw an Amulet or something. Or, a Slayer Stronghold that we don't want. That's cool, too. We'll play the Garenbrig and pass. Yeah, so next turn we can play Courser and immediately play a land off the top. Our opponent's playing a bit slow over there with their Tron things, but they played a Forest on turn 1. If you're playing Tron, you should probably mulligan until you have turn 3 Tron, if at all possible. We'll play the Courser and play the land off the top that I know is going to be there. Boom. Land off the top. Cool. We get to gain a life. There's a Titan off the top, too. Things are looking up here, I would say. And I guess we're denying ourselves from being able to play the Amulet this turn, but... yeah, we'll just pick up a castle. Pass it back. Maybe we got too tempted by the value. Our opponent's going to be able to turn 4 Tron us here next upcoming turn, especially since they can crack their map. So, a little awkward here, We could even have picked up the Garrison, maybe. Anyways, I mean, we got to cast our Titan, right? And I think we're setting up Ghost Quarter and I guess Tolari West, or maybe even Ghost Quarter and Valakut. Interesting. Shame that we couldn't play the Amulet first here. Although we wouldn't be able to attack anyways, thanks to the fact that we have Stronghold in hand. Alright, well, we'll play the Garenbrig. Gain our life, because, of course, it's just doing all the value, And we'll activate Garenbrig and put a Titan into play, and we'll see if it's good enough. Better hope it's good enough. Alright, and I do think getting Ghost Quarter and something else. We could do Crumbling Vestige to get our Amulet in play. Ghost Quarter, Crumbling Vestige. And then we can pack for our Titan and potentially attack with it at the same turn. Let's see. If we get Ghost Quarter, Crumbling Vestige, and do have to activate our Ghost Quarter, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if we activate for Titan, which leaves, I guess, a white floating. Our Titan we can play Stronghold for turn and get Valakut and still be able to haste. So, interesting. I guess the only thing that Crumbling Vestige specifically is bad against is our opponent having an Oblivion Stone. Oblivion Stone particularly would be very bad. Let's see, if we got a bounce land and picked it up, or picked up the Boros Garrison, we would be able to play Amulet, play the bounce land, and only have 3 mana, which is 1 short of activating Garenbrig, which is a bit unfortunate. I guess it just has to be Vestige, and we hope that they don't have Oblivion Stone. Vestige and Ghost Quarter. That's the plan. Yep. If we had an Amulet in play this turn, things would have been a little bit better for us. We could Ghost Quarter before they get to Tron, but we're a little slow here. Hopefully we can make up for it. Second Amulet on top is interesting. Opponent does Tron things. Gets the last remaining Urza land. There it is, the mine. We'll swing with the Courser for absolute value. The one match where our life total has no relevance whatsoever, and we have Courser. At least we're drawing some extra cards, right? Ooh, Ugin. Okay, we can definitely beat an Ugin. Which is one thing I love about Amulet, is you can honestly say things like that. We can definitely beat an Ugin, and it's absolutely 100% true, which is just amazing, to be honest. Second Amulet. Okay, so, can we lethal them? If we pack for a Titan, haste it up to 8, and double strike it, that would only be 16. If we pack for Titan, let's see, hold on. So, let's say that we play Amulet, pack for Titan, use Garrison, Breeding Pool, Garenbrig, activate Garenbrig, play Titan, get Bounce Land and Tolaria West, make 6, pick it up, transmute for it, play a Dryad, play Stronghold and Cavern. Then we have red and white off of the Ghost Quarter and the Cavern to haste our Titan. Let me make sure that's true. So let's see. We tap this, play the Amulet. Tap 4, activate, play Titan. We leave the Ghost Quarter up. Titan ETB gets Tolaria West, Simic Growth Chamber, float 6, pick up the T-West, transmute it, leaving 3. Use the 3 to, after we packed, to play a Dryad with Ghost Quarter in play land. Haste, attack, get double Valakut, that's 12 plus 8 from the Titan. Yeah, we have lethal here. Okay. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the colors either, because Dryad fixes that for us. So, we'll get Titan, first things first. Might as well play a land here. We'll play the Titan. Opponent concedes. Okay. Cool enough. Works for me. Alright, so against Green Tron, we don't really have a whole lot for this matchup. Forces are about the only thing. They hit maps if we really want to cut our opponent off of Tron, especially if they mulligan low. Forcing a map on turn 1 actually could be pretty good. But otherwise it hits Karn the Great Creator targets, and I think that's about the only thing we want to consider here. I don't think Run Afoul is very relevant against our opponent with almost no relevant creatures. Yeah, so we trim the Bog as it's completely irrelevant, and the Colony Garden as it's also pretty irrelevant, and I guess we just run it back. The Courser is not fantastic here. We could trim the Courser. I don't know what we would be bringing in instead. Maybe a Radiant Fountain, so we have an additional untapped source for Amulet, or like a turn 2, 3-drop or something. I really don't hate that. Radiant Fountain's kind of weak, but I think Courser's a little weaker. It's kind of slow for this matchup. Alright, we'll submit this way. Sorry, Courser, you gotta get the cut. Not good enough. Whew. 2 more games to go if we don't just win this one, and I don't presume anything. This is a hand that lets us turn 1 Grazer out. Oh man, we can't. Unfortunately, we don't have a second Breeding Pool. Otherwise, we'd be able to transmute on turn 2 and have a turn 4 Titan. Our opponent mulligans. I think this is a pretty clear mulligan, to be honest. We can do better than this. Okay, down to 5. Well, this hand is much like the first one, but it has much fewer cards. Should we go to 4 just to try to find an Amulet? I think we kind of have to. Interesting. Because it said starting Mulligans. I assume that was our opponent, but then it also below that says begins the game with 7 cards in hand. So I don't really know what that means. Either they have 6 or 7 cards, and I don't know which. I kind of think that we should try to mulligan for an amulet hand, as I don't think this hand is going to be fast enough to keep up with our opponent, especially with them on the play. Alright, amulet. There we go. There's our amulet and bounce land and Azusa and untap land. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what we're looking for on 4 cards, so we'll keep. Get rid of the Stronghold. We prefer that one in deck. The second Radiant Fountain and the Sunhome. Alright, we have a clear plan. We have actually a turn 3 Titan here if we draw it, so if our opponent has the Nature's Claim effect or whatever for our amulet, then we'll be quite sad, but I don't think we can afford to play around it either, so. Alright, amulet go. Please don't kill it. Thank you. They let on star instead of map, which usually would be good news, but if they just kill our amulet, then we're in bad shape. Ancient Stirrings. Okay, well, it looks like we might be good to go here. If we draw a second amulet into Titan, then we actually can explore Azusa into Titan. Don't find it. That's cool. I think I'm interested in cycling Explore here, so. Of course, we're keeping Bounce Land in hand. Here's Azusa. We'll start off by cycling Explore, I think. There's no way to play around a Dismember here anyways, so it looks like our opponent has F6. Yeah, we'll explore. There's a Titan. Okay, well, I mean, this is the plan. It's happening. Our opponent might have turn 3 Tron on us. No, they play Forest. Opponent, this is not how you play Tron. You can't do this. You can't do that. You're making it too easy. See, they're just a paid actor. Let's not show them the Growth Chamber, because why would we do that? Alright, opponent, no Dismember. I think if they had Dismember, they would have done it a long time ago, so. Right, and we'll leave lands in play because we already have a backup bounce land anyways. Let's be honest, this Titan is probably about to just be lethal by virtue of fetching a Ghost Quarter, so. Always yield. Yes. We'll get Garrison and Stronghold. Just, you know, the casual mulligan to 4, still win anyways, no big deal. Alright, so we'll do the haste thing. We'll pick up the Stronghold. We don't even have to pay for a pact here, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll just go to combat. We'll attack with both, because Azusa can definitely get in the red zone. Don't mind if she does. And here we'll get Ghost Quarter and Vesuva copying the bounce land. We'll pick up the Vesuva to its own trigger, and then play it copying Ghost Quarter, and then our opponent probably just can't win. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Here we go. Pick up the Vesuva. They take the damage. Vesuva this Ghost Quarter. Okay. And our opponent scoops it up. Look at that. You know what? I don't feel bad for 5-0ing off camera for you guys, because clearly it just led to another 5-0 on camera. And I am a man of my word. Let's go cash in these, whatever these are called, these chests, and let's get some Modern Horizons packs. So, as you can see from this trade here, selling to GoatBots, of course, who else would you buy from when it comes to Magic Online? Hashtag not sponsored. We're getting 27 tickets, so I'm going to be spending 27 tickets on Modern Horizons packs. I'll see you in just a second. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm here with 4 packs of Modern Horizons. It's technically costing me 28 tickets, but who is counting? Let's just go ahead and submit this trade, and I will see you guys for the opening. Alright guys, here we are for pack number 1. Let's just go ahead and open it. Got a Gaia's Will as our rare. Got a Karmic Guide as a second rare. I didn't realize that these had 2 rares in the pack. That's cool. Alright, that's pack number 1. Open a second one. We got a Dermotaxi. We got not much else, sadly. It's alright though. Not the strongest pack. Open another one. Rashadin Dockhand. This is one that I forgot to talk about on my Modern Horizons video, actually. I did a video talking about these cards. I actually think that this card is quite strong. We also got Altar of the Goyf, of course, and Flame Rift, which is a card I think we'll see play. Got a couple of these artifact lands. That's cool. Last pack, Calibrated Blast. Got a Scourge Familiar also. Alrighty. Well, that was our Modern Horizons pack. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And we didn't get anything too crazy, hate to say it. But regardless, let me give you guys some thoughts on the deck list here. Alrighty, I got it all formatted nicely for you guys. So what do I think about this list? To be honest, I'm not sure that there's anything that I would change. I like that we have all of our bullet lands in the main board. As much as I like playing more than 10 untapped green sources, I'm not sure that we can afford to. We'll see how that is affected by including Yavimaya in the deck, the green Urborg, as I will have access to that one for sure. If I can get my hands on some Urza Sagas, then I'll play those also. I like the one Courser even. I definitely could see why the previous list was playing two. Courser actually seems quite strong in such an aggressive meta. I'm surprised that this is the first we've heard of it, especially since the format is about to soft rotate, quote unquote, when it comes to the Modern Horizons stuff. But if the meta continues to be dominated by red aggressive decks, then I could definitely see Courser being a good choice, and I think it's a very strong card. I also do like the Arastas in the sideboard. I've been toying around with various ideas about being able to beat control, and I think Arasta is very good against control, especially the blue-red breach decks. I like Arasta in general. It's good against those prowess decks as well, and like I said, prowess is probably the best deck in the format as of right now, before Modern Horizons. And everything else is pretty standard. I'm not super sold on Run Afoul. We never really got to use it, so I'm not sure that the card is worth including. Let me know your experience with the card, and maybe that could be something else. I like the second fountain in the board as well. It's not one that I play very often. This is one of my first times really trying it. But obviously something must be working, as this list and the previous list that was just very slightly different than this one, both were able to go 5-0. So thank you guys for joining me for this particular league, and I will see you guys next week with something exciting. Let me know what Modern Horizons cards you guys would like to see, and I will see you guys for the next league. This is Redface Menace, signing off.